The Performance Contract, an initiative of the State Interest and Governance Authority, SIGA, aims to evaluate and assess the performance of chief executives. President Akufo-Addo said government has initiated key strategies to make the state enterprises profit-oriented.
Government has initiated various policy reforms and interventions to achieve the key objectives of fostering coherence in the supervision and oversight of SOEs, addressing key constraints hampering their performance. These policy reform and enhancement measures, as set out in the 2017 State Ownership Report, have been grouped into the following thematic areas. 1. Streamlining government oversight of the SOE sector. 2. Piloting corporate governance improvements. 3. Government on-lending policy. 4. Credit risk assessment for SOEs. And 5. Rationalizing compensation and salary disparities.
So what happens to chief executives of state enterprises that fail to meet the targets set? Well, Executive Director of SIGA, Stephen Asamoah-Boateng, tells my colleague Elton Bobe non-performing officers would be recommended for sacking.
Because of the COVID, there were some difficulties. But even in the middle of the COVID, companies like Gridco, VRA, Ghana Gas, they turn around. Now, even VRA is indicating they will make profit, and they might even pay dividend. I will push them to see. So things are far better than they used to be. I'm very grateful to God for everything that He's done.
Again, we heard some rather, what I would like to say, not so nice comments from the Finance Minister, that you have 41 SOEs. They have not submitted their financial statements since 2016. How is that possible? The numbers are not so clear because some of them are defunct entities. But yes, there are some who are having difficulty with their financial statement. The COVID delayed a lot of the auditors going in. But I put pressure on them, and I believe now we have about 86 of them who have submitted it. The 14%, which is the number that he was trying to give you, is people are pushing them very hard. It's not easy because of COVID, and then the social distancing. But I've asked them to get the Auditor General to give them schedules. So by the close of this year, they should have submitted them. Otherwise, they'll face penalties. So for those who have signed on to the target, what happens if they are unable to meet them?
It affects their bonuses, it affects their salaries, and it affects their performance in terms of how, especially the management, are promoted. For the CEOs, if they don't perform, then the recommendation is to go to the president to relieve them of their position.